Hi children, how are you all? I hope you are enjoying the VBS. And today I want to tell you from the life of David. Long time before, when Samuel was the judge, Saul became the king of Israel. In early time, Saul was a good king. Later, he disgraced God. So the anointment of God was lost from him. So God decided to anoint and appoint a new man to be the king of Israel. So Lord instructed Samuel to go to Bethlehem and meet Jesse and choose one of his sons as the anointed king. Samuel followed what the Lord has said. Initially he was confused by the physical appearance of the son of Jesse, but the Lord helped him to choose the anointed king of Israel, David. After Samuel prayed on David, the Spirit of the Lord was upon him. During this time, the Spirit of the Lord left Saul and an evil spirit entered on Saul. So whenever the evil spirit disturbed Saul, he acted in an abnormal way. So one of his servants suggested, "It is good for you to listen to the harp, then your mind will become cool." So he said, "There is a good man who knows how to play harp, who lives in Bethlehem." So Saul sent a letter to Jesse to send his son David for him. Jesse was very pleased with the letter from Saul. So he sent David along with some gift to the king. Saul was happy with David, and David played harp whenever Saul was disturbed by the evil spirit. So Saul told, "Be with him always in the palace." During that time, the Israelites were attacked by the Philistines. So Saul and his army went to fight against the Philistines. So David was in between going back to his home and help his father to take care of the sheep. Jesse's 3 elder sons were in the Saul's army. So Jesse was worried about him. So Jesse asked David to go to the battlefield and inquire about his brothers. So David agreed to go to the battlefield to see the brothers. So Jesse cooked some food for his brothers and their masters. When David reached the battlefield, he was so surprised. He seeing that all the Israelites were running from the battlefield. So he inquired, "Why are you running?" So some soldiers said, "There is a huge Philistine. He is challenging the Israelite to come and fight. If the Israelite win, all the Philistines become their slaves." But all were terrified and with tremble fear to fight against the giant Goliath. Seeing this, David was totally disturbed. So he go to the king and said, I am ready to fight against the giant. Initially, Saul was not ready, but David said, I am a shepherd. My mighty God, help me to protect my sheep from the wild animals. And he shared his experience when the wild bear and the lion attacked his sheep, and how he rescued them from their mouths, and how he killed them. So Saul gave him a chance, and David won victory over the Philistine. After the victory, Saul was pleased to meet David and inquired about his father. On that day, David got a new friend. His name was Jonathan, and Jonathan was the son of Saul. Jonathan liked David. Jonathan was happy that David helped the Israelites to have victory over the Philistine. So he honored him with his coat and his army dresses and weapons. From that day onwards, a new relation of friendship was built between David and Jonathan. And Jonathan loved David as himself. Saul appointed David in his army. Later, we can see that whenever the Philistines attacked Israel, David went with the army and led the army and won victory over the Philistines. Those days, after the Israelites' army won victory against each battle with Philistines, when they entered the gates, the whole Israelites welcomed with dance and singing. One time, Saul overheard the girls singing in a way that Saul killed 1,000 and David killed 10,000. This made Saul angry in Saul's heart. And Saul thought, if it goes like this, one day the Israelite might give the kingdom itself to him. So he decided to destroy David by killing him. Later, whenever there is a battle come, Saul tried to send David to fight against the enemy. But God was with David, and David was faithful to Saul. So God made him victory in each battle. Later, Saul tried different tricks to kill David, but all became a failure. One time, David shared to his friend saying that your father is trying to kill me. But friend didn't believe about his father. He said, David, I know my father. I will bring my father and you can overhear what we are talking. And the next day, the father promised to the son that he won't kill David. This made a little pace to David. But later, as the days goes, the evil spirit forced the Saul to kill David. Saul continued to trick David to kill him. So, one day, David again called Jonathan and said that, see, you are not believing me. I know you are loving me. but your father is lying to you. So Jonathan said, give me one more chance. And David agreed. On that day, Jonathan realized that his father is lying to him, and he got a very bad response from his father. And the father was responding to him saying that if David is alive, he won't be the king of Israel. So I want to kill him. But Jonathan was totally broken-hearted. He went back to his friend and said, please go and hide. But my friend, remember me and my household. Even I may die. You may kill all your enemies who standing against you. But please don't forget my family. So Jonathan sent his commandant to David, and he told his friend, you also please repeat so that you will do even I am not in this earth. David was escaping from different traps from Saul. One night, David got a chance to kill Saul when he was in a cave. But he didn't do that. He just cut the rope and showed Saul that I could have killed you, but you are my master. I bow to you. But Saul's intention was only to kill David. As he was looking for this, he was not being much aware about his enemies. But the enemies found this as a good opportunity. They were trying to sneak and attack Israel. Later, Saul realized that his sons were dead in the battle. So he ran to fight against the Philistine and to save Israel. But Saul also has to sacrifice his life in the battle. When David heard the news of Saul's death and his sons, he was so disappointed. The man who came with the message said that I am the one who killed your enemy, Saul. He was so sad and killed him. He and his army mourned for the king. This man shows that he is a man of integrity. When you heard the word integrity, it means he is a man of truth and honesty. In short, he became the king of Israel. But he didn't forget what he owed to his friend. He was looking that anybody is left in Saul's family. And he found that Jonathan's son is alive. So he called his servant to find out where he is. So David was pleased to meet Mephibosheth, and he found Mephibosheth become crippled in his age. So David called Mephibosheth and welcomed him to his palace. And he told him, I want to give you what all belongs to your grandfather. And he called the Saul's servant Ziba to look after this property. And David said, you have to have your dining every day with me on the palace. That way, David showed integrity to his friend Jonathan. So my dear children, it's very important As our VBS theme says, when no one sees how we are stick to the truth and honesty that we hold in our life.